What's up, guys? Hope you're doing well out there. I'm Ramakrishnan. For those of you who are new here, I just talk a lot about gaming and do a bunch of other fun stuff as well, but this channel was born on gaming talk. So let's continue to do that. Let's talk about E3 2021. I'm going to pretty much start it off by talking about one publisher. Another video, we'll do another one. We're going to cover the likes of Microsoft, Nintendo, Square Enix, and others, including Warner Brothers. So let's talk about Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. Let's talk about games coming from WB. I'm going to talk about the few games that I believe we'll see, kind of like what I expect, what I hope for, things of that nature. So let's pretty much just dive right in, guys. Let's start by talking about the really big one. Obviously, one of the main games coming out of the publisher, and we know it got delayed, which is really frustrating, but like also unsurprising, and that is Gotham Knights. Yeah, this game was supposed to be coming out this year, and now it is pushed to 2022. Like I said, not the biggest surprise. I'm really looking forward to Gotham Knights. I have a good feeling about it, that it's going to be a really fun game to play with friends as well as play by yourself. I think it's going to tell a really interesting story with the Court of Owls, a story with Batman not really being there, but still a Gotham City and Batman related narrative. I think that we're going to get some cool stuff with the characters you are playing as. Hopefully we'll get them fleshed out. What I expect at E3 is not quite a release date yet. I think Gotham Knights is going to probably end up coming out early 2022, maybe in March or something like that. That's kind of my rough early prediction, but I think at E3 they're going to show us another trailer for it. I do feel like it's more ready than that other DC game, which I'll talk about. Gotham Knights will probably get a gameplay trailer that just shows a little more. We certainly did get some good gameplay footage at DC Fandom, so I don't expect a lot, but I feel like there's going to be a trailer. It's going to have a glimpse of gameplay, and it's also going to have some cinematic narrative stuff. I feel like we might get a little bit of a feel for something with the story. I'm really excited for Gotham Knights. I'm really disappointed that it's not coming out in 2021, but it is what it is. That's kind of the way the industry's going these days. Delays are inevitable, but I'd rather the finished product be really good. And then let's talk about that other DC game. Man, I don't know when we're getting Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. I kind of would have originally predicted, and maybe I did. You can go check out a video in the link. I thought Gotham Knights would be out in the fall or even the summer of this year. I thought Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, a May game next year, or the big fall title for 2022. It's a little hard to say if we're going to get both Gotham Knights and Suicide Squad in the same year. I don't know. I don't think that at E3 Warner Brothers is going to tell us that Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League is delayed to 2023. No, not yet. They're going to tell us that next year. But no, in all seriousness, they're probably going to not give us a release window, not going to really touch on it like majorly. Like my prediction is that they're not going to go too deep into it. I mean, I really loved the cinematic trailer. It was fun. It was funny. It was exciting. It's cool. Like I love what they did at DC Fandom. My thoughts are that probably for E3, they might do a little bit of a teaser again. I don't know if we're going to get footage of gameplay yet. It's hard to say. It feels like something that we would get next year. Like DC Fandom's going to return. It feels like something we might get even later this year. E3 next year, they go all in on it and it comes out maybe holiday 2022. That's kind of how I see things going, but time will certainly tell. I think they're going to mention it. They're going to show something, but it's not going to be crazy. It's not going to be too much, but whatever they do show, I feel like it's going to be exciting. Like I think that they might end up revealing to us just another character who's part of the Suicide Squad. The film is coming out in August. I suspect that they would love to show a character that is relevant to the film. You know, we already have those that we've seen so far, but the major cast that we have in James Gunn's The Suicide Squad, it would be cool to see one of those other characters pop up at an E3 trailer for this new game coming next year. Obviously, what I really want is actual gameplay, but like I said, I don't believe that's going to be this year. The Harry Potter game that also could very well have been coming out this year got delayed, wouldn't you know it? Hogwarts Legacy is something that got me excited, and I'm not even like a fan of Harry Potter, Fantastic Beasts. Like I don't dislike it. I just never like followed it that much. Like I never got super into the books or the films growing up. It's just something that never necessarily clicked with me. I wasn't even as exposed to it, but I mean, I've always been aware, and it's like cool. Like I love the idea of it. I like magic and stuff. It's an interesting world and lore, and that's why I'm super excited for Hogwarts Legacy. Legacy. And this trailer that we got last year at one of the PS5 events, I guess it was, right? Hogwarts Legacy looked cool. I think this is going to be a huge next-gen game, or current gen, I guess now. Hogwarts Legacy is coming out in 2022. It'll certainly be ready when it's ready. I don't expect a release date or release window, unfortunately, given right now at E3. I think we're gonna get another trailer of some sort. Like, I think they're gonna show us something. I think that they could probably end up giving us something where they talk about how the gameplay works, you know, like something a little deeper in character creation or mechanics or gameplay systems, something with the open world, things like that, the online nature maybe. Like, I think they're gonna definitely be covering it as a game that they want people to know about that is coming, because I feel like it will be ready for next year. I'm really excited for Hogwarts Legacy. Like I said, not even as a Harry Potter fan, so that is like their other huge game that kind of just has to be here. Lego Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, if memory serves, was supposed to be out holiday season last year. This game it feels like it's been delayed a lot. Like, it feels like it should have been out already. We wrapped up that Skywalker Saga and the films last year. No, I'm sorry, it was 2019. Yeah, it's been a minute now. Star Wars, the last few films, will say what you want about them, all right? And then, you know, I feel like everyone agrees that the original trilogy's fire and the prequels have their own story to be told and fan base. But the whole narrative collectively, I think, if you look at the whole Star Wars franchise, the whole Skywalker Saga, if you will, it's pretty awesome, right? And the Lego Star Wars games are cool, very nostalgic. I feel like a lot of people kind of like grew up with them, like some people around my age maybe. They were super fun back in the day. And now, knowing that we're getting this whole game where this whole Skywalker Saga, the whole adventure, the moments from all of the 9 main films, you know, all coming together is cool. In my opinion, that's awesome. It's just a one game, it's a one package that is going to have the whole epic, this whole space saga. I love it. I love the idea of it. I'm a fan. I'm a big Star Wars movie fan, and I'm excited to play this Lego games. I think they're really fun. You know what I mean? So Skywalker Saga, it's got to be out like any day now, right? Like, it honestly feels like it's been delayed a little too much, or at least that's what it feels like. I don't know that it really has, but Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, safe to assume that E3, we're going to get one more trailer of it. It's going to be a cool hype up trailer with footage of just showing that the game literally does span across all the films. I think it's going to be cool. I think this game is getting a release date pretty soon. Like, I think they're going to probably give us a release date of like August or September or something, and they're going to stick to it finally. Yeah, and then next up, there's Back 4 Blood, a game that should have been out this month. Yeah, it's coming in September. I'm pretty hyped for it. I didn't necessarily have a lot of memories of Left 4 Dead. I know a lot of people do, though. That's one of those games that you play with your friends on Xbox 360 and you loved it. Like, it's cool. It's good. I have a couple friends at the moment that I know we're looking forward to playing Back 4 Blood. I think this game shows a lot of promise. It looks like a really cool sort of revival. Obviously, like, that's what they're going for, of the idea of Left 4 Dead. Back 4 Blood is coming out this year. It is a game that is coming only in a few months after E3, so Warner Brothers is certainly going to talk about it. I think that they're probably going to give us a little more gameplay, a little more of an interactive thing where maybe they show people playing it. Hopefully it's not super scripted like a Ubisoft thing. I think they're going to go into some more mechanics and stuff and give us a really like a fun final trailer almost. Yeah, Back 4 Blood's coming in September, so there's no way to just skip past it at E3, coming from Warner Brothers. Okay, and then the last one is something that I'm the most excited for, potentially, and that is whatever's coming from NetherRealm Studios. If you know me, you know I love Mortal Kombat, and I think I love Injustice even more. I actually recently made a video. You guys can go check that out. It's pretty fun, I think, where I just talked about a bunch of characters I'd love to see in Injustice 3. Like I said in that video, Injustice 3 is probably going to be announced very soon. I hope that NetherRealm Studios' next game, whatever it is, doesn't get revealed before E3. I feel like that would be sad. Like, I feel like it would be awesome to actually go into this and have that same classic hype you always did going to an E3 press conference when you're watching it online, right? And then them showing Injustice 3 or something else. What if it's a Marvel fighting game? I don't think like Marvel versus DC could ever happen or will ever happen. I think that is way too much of a dream come true, way too good to be true. Don't expect it. But I've heard all these things that NetherRealm Studios could be working on a Marvel fighting game. My objective prediction, Injustice 3, coming out in 2022. I don't know. It's interesting. What NetherRealm Studios has been quiet. Ed Boon loves to just play games on Twitter. I don't think we're getting any more combat pack. I love Mortal Kombat 11, I really do, but I don't really necessarily want a lot more of it. Although, what would be cool is if they gave us one more combat pack. Havoc, maybe with Cole, right, from the film, Cyrax and Sector, maybe one more action movie star, something like that, coming out maybe the end of the year, like in the fall, early fall. And then Injustice 3, 2022. Or what would even be crazier is if they did that Mortal Kombat DLC, which is, like, it would be exciting. Like, I'd be really hyped for more Mortal Kombat DLC, don't get me wrong. And then imagine that one last thing, like the trailer ends for the Combat Pack 3, and then it's like, hey, we see a Marvel character. That would be enough. But what about a Marvel and a DC character? Imagine Deadpool and Deathstroke or something crazy. Batman and Spider-Man. Imagine. I can't. I don't think that would ever happen. Like I said, I do think Warner Brothers is going to have NetherRealm Studios announce Injustice 3 at E3 2021. The game is going to be set for a 2022 release. We're going to see a few main players and as well as possibly one or two brand new characters. And it's going to be a teaser, 100%. Nothing too crazy. But there'd be like more to come at DC Fandom or something like that, you know? All right, guys, that's pretty much going to end it for me in this video. That is pretty much my thoughts on Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment and their games that they will show or that I want them to show. I think they'll show at E3 2021. E3 is like honestly just around the corner, so I'm going to be probably pretty busy with pumping out some content about it before we get there and during the time and after the time. So this is my video about WB games. Next up, well, I'm not sure who I'm doing next, but you could expect some videos like this about Square, Ubisoft, Microsoft, etc. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little conversation here. What do you guys think is actually from NetherRealm Studios? Like, what's next? Do you think we're going to really get any hard footage of actual gameplay or release dates of Gotham Knights or of Hogwarts Legacy? Do you think Star Wars The Skywalker Saga is ever coming out? Share with me all your thoughts, guys. Subscribe if you want. Like if you like this video. Thanks again. I appreciate your time here. I'll see you all in the next video.